There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Everything you learned in history class was a lie. Well, maybe not everything, but they skipped the best parts. Introducing Stupiracy, where stupidity meets conspiracy. Ever heard of the Olympic marathon that nearly killed its runners? Or the time a pope put another pope's corpse on trial? Join me, Scott Rizzuto, and Tim McKernan as we uncover the most outrageous historical moments and mind-blowing conspiracies you won't believe actually happened. Tune in to Stupiracy for your weekly dose of historical absurdity. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, history is dumb, but laughing at it is smart.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
His kinky chair. Oh, you were a drummer, man. It's still in there. That's still in there. That talent.
We
is
wouldn't give
still
him a
in there.
microphone, though.
That talent is still
Don't
in
let
there.
him sing.
His dad gave him a drum and told him to beat it.
Okay,
That's a red
Eddie.
line. That's a
All
red
right,
line.
Eddie.
No, my old man used to say to the kids, you know the song Far, Far Away? Go sing it. What are we going to do with Juwan Howard?
First of all,
Yeah.
before I forget this, so Dana Kicker sent me a text saying that he'd run into Rookie at the airport
Yep.
the other day.
He greeted. He said hello.
And he said Rookie was very frazzled because they got off 25 minutes late on a full flight. But
That's a 45-minute turn, by the way.
They got there 15 minutes early to where
No,
they
to
had.
their destination.
And I want to know if you feel any compunction about working for a dishonest industry like the airlines that always gives us this time frame by packing in 50 minutes of late time, right? I mean, of course they're early because it's an artificial number. It isn't based on anything. Maybe if you're flying into a typhoon, it would be legitimate. But I want real times. If I'm 25 minutes late, I want to get where I'm going 25 minutes late.
It all has to do with whether that pilot wants to get home on time. No, it does not. But they have a lot of times they can't make up time because it may be a busy airport and there may be air traffic that they can't, land right away. And then sometimes they want to get there before that, so they press it and then they can beat the traffic.
But if you get up within 10 minutes of your starting time and don't get held up, you're going to be 40 minutes early.
You're going to be 40 minutes early,
Yeah.
and you can't be that early because of scheduling.
Okay, all right.
I have a follow-up then.
Go.
Remind me, who was the basketball player? I ain't getting on no bleeping time machine.
That was Marvin Barnes.
Marvin Barnes,
Barnes, yeah.
that's right.
Marvin Barnes.
Where was he flying to and from?
50-minute flight from Charlotte to Memphis. And Memphis is
Hour
Memphis-
time difference.
Yeah, and they were gonna leave at 1:10 p.m. and arrive at 1 p.m. And he said, "I ain't getting on no time machine."
It would really need to be that complex, wouldn't it?
Marvin had now we're all upset about Juwan Howard. Marvin had a little dust up, I think, when he was in Providence, one of their stars. He got a little fight and he hit some guy with a tire iron.
By accident?
I think they gave him about a 2-day suspension then because he was really good. They had Ernie DiGregorio and him, and they were the best Providence teams ever. They're good this year.
If you fight someone with a tire iron, you're really mad or you really mean it.
Does Juwan Howard have this history in his background?
I don't think
There was
so.
a litlittle dust up last year at the Big Ten tournament with somebody, but not
right.
physical.
No,
but
you're
he
right.
was,
But yeah, there was an argument.
But he's not a good loser.
No.
Now guard should have just kept on walking, and
Guard's the Wisconsin coach?
yeah. But when Howard kind of waved his finger at him, then guard put his hand on. Then guard put his hand on Juwan, and that's Juwan Jawan says he was worried about his safety. You know, Jawan,
you're 6'10".
6'10", and this little midget, bald, 50-year-old coach who probably wasn't going to beat you up. But the amazing thing about it is Brad Davison wasn't in the middle of it.
That's true.
Yeah, he was not. Wisconsin, I think there's two main culprits among the players throwing punches, right? One kid from Michigan and one from Wisconsin. And
I didn't see the players throw a punch. I only saw Jawan Howard.
that guy, you know, everybody's focusing on Howard and Guard, but it turned into a pretty wild melee among the players.
I haven't yet to see film of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
out
all
there.
over the place.
It's pretty good.
Someone had speculated that he might lose his job because of this. I don't think that's possible, is it?
I think he'll be suspended through the Big Ten tournament because, listen, Kevin Warren, former Viking president, egomaniac, he's going to take a big pompous stand on this. He's going to.
What's he? University.
He's the
AD?
Big Ten commissioner.
Oh, Big Ten commissioner.
He's going to show what a strong commissioner he is. So,
have you met Jesse Diggins?
you know, I have never written a story on her. No, I've never covered an Olympics. When my last Olympics was 2002 in Seattle. I mean Salt Lake. So
did you read
really
about her
covered.
victory in the or silver medal? Her final race, she had food poisoning.
She was sick. Yeah, she was sick, and toughed it out to get her her second medal there, right? And she's gotten a total of 4. So good for her. One of about 3 American highlights at this Olympics. We stunk. We're talking about we got more medals than we had last time or something. Well, we got more events. We keep inventing new events.
Right.
I got a good idea. They say we got your half pipe artistic skiing.
Yep.
I mean your action
Yep.
skiing, and then you got your down the hill skiing, right? Now we're gonna put them together, right? And you have another have slope style ski. Let's put them together.
They kept inventing
Anything.
stuff for Shiflin to try to get a medal.
Yeah, right. They did. Yeah. Did the team thing ever go off, or did they just fail again?
I didn't watch a
I
second.
didn't.
They
Attention.
apparently went to have the team event that was their last chance, and the wind was blowing like 80 or something.
That's right.
They were afraid they'd get blown into one of
Once
those
they're airborne.
one of those steel mill things. So
The nuclear reactors.
yeah, honest to God, I didn't watch anything.
I know, but
I saw a couple of highlights, but I didn't watch anything.
I don't know if you guys saw this particular story, but I believe Scott is the one that sent this along. There was some news in the men's 50-kilometer race that was shortened to 30 because of weather.
Okay.
Because it was so cold. You know what this story is? Dedication.
Okay.
The men's 50-kilometer mass start race at the Beijing Games was shortened to 30 kilometers, but that did little to help Finland's Remi Lindholm, who needed a heat pack at the end of the race to thaw out his manhood.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
He froze the unit?
He froze his unit.
Wow.
What was he?
Did he ski with clothes on?
Yeah,
I saw a
think he
picture of
did.
him without a shirt.
Well, he's wearing the blue, the onesie or whatever they call it, the real skin-tight
froze
outfit.
the unit, but a
Yeah.
heat pack solved the problem.
Apparently.
Thawed it out. Huh?
I
Can't
think
you get
he
some of
might,
those
you think
hand
he
heaters
might
and-
be just advertising. I don't know.
Hey,
Maybe.
ladies, I need some help
It's
thawing this
really
out.
cold. What's the deal?
This thing is so gigantic, it was out in the wind.
And no
I
place
couldn't
to
keep
hide.
it covered
No
up.
place to
How
hide.
come he's using 3 poles?
If he
That had to
did,
be painful.
I bet.
if he did, he skied with confidence.
Yeah.
The most the most glorious victory of the Olympics was Finland beating the Putineers in the championship
Hockey.
game.
Yeah.
First ever gold medal for Finland in that Olympics. I saw them in Lillehammer lose in a shootout to Sweden in the championship game. And I think that was the first year that they started using shootouts to determine
It was
them.
Finland who the American kids beat in 1980 for the gold
Yes,
medal.
that's
Yes.
right. People
Yeah.
forget that
Yeah.
because it was a different kind of system. You just didn't play quarterfinals, semifinals.
Right.
It was points accumulated or something. So the twist on that is, according to Doc Nagabods, who's only 100, he told me this, but he's got a damn good memory, that if they don't beat Finland, they don't even get a medal. Because
Oh, I didn't know
of some
that.
stuff that happened, they don't even get a medal.
Really?
Yeah, so because they would have dropped behind the Czechs and the and the Finns and even the Russians, I guess. So
I hope the Olympics never go back to a country that ugly as China.
God.
Just dreadful.
Or a place where you can't do anything.
I
You're
guess
under guard.
You're the food guy. I'm surprised you haven't reported on the reports. The food was horrible.
Oh,
Yeah, I did see somewhere it did not look.
They did not.
Very appetizing.
They did not feed the athletes that well.
No, and they were fed by robots.
Really?
Yeah, robots walking around.
I don't know. A Chinese communist in a hazmat suit. I don't trust him.
I don't either.
I don't trust
What
him.
do you
They're
I'll
think?
up to
just
no-
starve.
Yeah.
They're trying to. I don't know. God, it was. My level of interest was the 14-hour time difference. China, it's China,
It's China.
and
Well, the TV ratings were god awful.
you got to think so. Yeah. Well, we had no stars.
No.
Joe covers the Olympics. 80. He had the hockey team. He had Eric Heiden. He had,
Eric Heiden.
He
That's
had
right.
Eric
Hot
Heiden.
goalie.
He had the figure skater. Didn't we have the great pairs
Yeah, I
figure
don't remember
skating?
their names, but they were pretty good.
The Brits, right? Wasn't Dean and whatchamacallit?
Martin and Dean? No.
Something like that.
Martin and Dean. No,
It was Tori and Dean. I mean,
Tori
look,
and
I think it
Tori,
was.
You know, we had Dick Button weeping because they were
yeah.
so great. And,
Didn't have
double-
Johnny Weir yet with his hairdo.
and plus, there were about 16 events.
right.
You know, the speed skating was, I think.
Ingmar Stenmark ring a bell?
Ingemar Stenmark was a skier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
speed.
was a legendary
Oh,
skier too.
Big stars.
Yes, you had big stars,
Big
and
stars.
now they go over there, and we got our number one athlete performed for China.
I don't get that.
Eileen Gu.
Goo. Why did she do that?
Because her mom is from China.
So what?
yeah,
She was
that's
born
right.
in this country, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
she's a California girl. Yeah.
Well, the hell
I
with
don't
it.
know if she didn't think she was certain to make the team or something, and China would leap right in there. I don't know, but yeah, she won 3 medals. Of course, she won them in several of these make-believe events that they've added because they want to have more skiers twisted in the.
Here we go,
Tori-
live
oh.
to Dick Button via Nando in the Hideaway in Calgary, Alberta.
Hello, everybody. Dick Button here, live at the Calgary Saddle Dome. It's a beautiful night here for figure skating, and we're about ready to see the Russian pair, Sergei Andrei Tiktov and his lovely 12-year-old partner, Olga Morozova, who for some reason is known as Tati. And they're the leading pair here. Let's take a look at those costumes. They're incredible. They're flowing, they're gaudy yet somehow reserved. A pastel puce and a sort of an aqua color. It's incredible here. And I think they're ready to start now. Oh my goodness, they're off to a great start. There's a split jump, a wally, a double wally, into an Eddie Haskell and a beaver. Now into a death spiral. Oh, look at that line. Oh my goodness. Peggy, look at that line. Now some of those nice swishy motions that people like.
I thought it was Nando.
Into a camel, one hump. A fit spin, a double fit spin. I love to say that. Fit spin, fit spin,
Watch
fit
it.
spin.
Come on, Dick, watch it.
A triple lut. Oh my goodness. Another triple hop, a bunny bounce. A double gorilla jam. A lift. Oh my goodness, where is his left hand? A super duper double secret twister. Here comes the closing move. The quadruple super spin. Oh, incredible. My, what a program. Oh, I am sweating. It was such an incredible. And here come the marks up right now. Let's check those marks. 5'8", 5'7", 5'9", a 6. Oh my goodness. 5'2" from the West German judge. That bitch. Oh, I thought it was incredible. Back to you, Nando. Don't you love Dick? He's great. Dick, my darling, you're fantastic. That beard is great. And Peggy Fleming, you're looking old. That's the one thing, my darling, is I have to run because I have to go check that luge out.
Nando, you've given me the pain in the back of my head.
And you know, that's what I live for.
And I haven't had one of those in a long time.
So everybody, it's a fantastic thing. I'm going
You, sir, look marvelous.
You know, and I don't say it to everybody.
No.
But you, Joe, you look marvelous. You really do.
Thank
So
you,
kudos
Nando.
to you.
So when did we have Nando? 80, late 80s?
Well, when was Calgary?
Oh, 88, yeah. 88. So that was Nando then.
And there was
that, of course, is Swedberg, right?
But I
Greg
also heard Greg
Yes.
Harrington in there. Greg Harrington. I don't think you were there.
No,
heard Greg
was in
Harrington.
Calgary. I
That's
was
right.
in
You were in Calgary.
Harrington was your partner,
Yeah,
probably.
yes,
I was
yes.
covering Calgary.
Yeah, there was another one, Dick Button's number 2, where he talks about the double flutter.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like, oh, a new double flutter. Or just Torval and Dean were the 84.
That's 84. Yes. I was 80.
Swedberg, was he already over there at KFAN?
I don't
when
think
he was
so.
here? I don't know. That's him. And now he does that. Who's the Packer character that he does on the Burrow show?
You can out that for Dan. I'm not going to. Carl.
That's
I'm not aware of that.
Carl Swedberg, isn't it?
Gerbschmidt.
Gerbschmidt.
Oh, wait,
Carl.
Barrero's doing something on his show that he didn't steal from you?
I don't know. Dan,
Stole
that
everything
was Rookie
else.
who said that.
Yes.
Yes. Gerbschmidt. There's rumors that Gerbschmidt might be a mythical character. Let's say that.
Don't
Copy
tell
that.
me.
No,
Copy that.
that's
You don't believe me.
Talk about we would wear out bits.
Yeah.
You and I would wear out
yeah.
a bit, but
Yeah.
that one they've beaten bloody, haven't they? That
Is
one
this
they-
a Green Bay fan or
Yes,
something named
it's
Carl Gerbschmidt?
Yes,
I believe
it's
he's an
very
owner.
extremely popular.
Yeah.
Well, he's one of the owners.
What are you talking about wearing out bits?
Orange Pop.
Yeah.
Pat, did you watch any of Riviera? I know you love the course.
Yes, some of it. Never really, not much drama.
Although
that kid hung in there, didn't he?
Neiman from start to
Although,
finish.
why are we mad at Phil now? What happened?
He's starting the Saudi. He's the number one player boasting the rival Saudi league.
Who, Phil is?
Phil, yes, he's the number one player who wants the Super League financed, backed by Saudi billionaires who want to have 10 or 12 tournaments that they would give guaranteed money, and they're trying to get guys to sign up for it. Dustin was supposedly going to be one of them, but he announced yesterday that he's committed to the PGA.
So Phil's basically just whoever will sign a check, I'll be there for you.
Well,
Okay.
Trump's involved somehow. Trump wants the tournaments held at his courses.
Oh, that would be some of his courses.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
With the Saudi money, and I don't know what their complaint is, and a lot of people are saying their complaint is they want the PGA Tour to stop being so autocratic about things. You know what I think it is? I don't think they want to play in programs. They want guarantee, and they want, like Europe gives them, they want to have appearance money, and they don't get appearance money. And
Because Rory took a shot at him yesterday, I saw.
oh yeah, they're
Okay.
all they're all taking a shot.
Oh,
But
okay.
Phil's, Phil is even though somehow he miraculously won the PGA last year, wasn't it the PGA?
Yep.
Yeah. But he's past his prime, but now he can. He doesn't want to go out there with the seniors and get a check for $200,000. He wants to go play in this tournament, and they're going to give you $1.5 million for winning, and you're going to have 25 people in the field, something like that. So, I would think it's really going to screw up the European thing, though, because their purses are so low.
How do you grow up in Santiago, Chile, and become a pro golfer?
Well,
You get it.
some-
You
there's-
get it. You got the gift.
There's some people there with money,
must be.
Santiago, and the people with money in those South American countries have money.
Yeah.
They got a lot of it, and he probably grew up at some country club. Santiago,
guess.
Chile. I wouldn't like to live in Chile. You know why?
I don't either.
Too damn narrow.
Yeah.
It's
too narrow.
No, I mean you're gonna go.
Put that on the list.
You
Chile.
know, no, there's big mountains. There's like the mountains are 20 miles from the beach, and the whole country. You want to go down to the? I think I'd take a drive down to the south. It's like a 3-day trip.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Let's just go to the coast to the
mi-
west and-
Thousands of miles. Thousands of miles. It's really thin.
Yep.
It's a really thin country.
I don't
you
get
think?
the last name either. I get the first name, Joaquin.
Yeah.
Neiman.
Neiman, yeah. German, probably. Nah, is that German? That might be
know.
Scandinavian.
Let's go back to Chile. How do you say, you know what? Yeah, we're going to have a country, but we just want this little teeny strip.
We want to go down.
Did somebody, what happened there? We just want
really
this
wanna
little
go-
one.
We don't want much from the east to west
Yes,
part.
no,
We just want north to
gotta be
south.
about-
Steve Martin and the Jerk. Anything but this little one here, to this little one here.
Yes.
So you're designing, you mean like a hallway?
Yeah,
I just want a hallway design.
a little strip.
Yeah, it's a tunnel basically. It's I don't know how they doing. If they overthrow it, I don't know if that's one of the places they get the strict dictator every once in a while. I think down there, but the guy, is he strict? Yeah.
Boy, is he
like
strict.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Shoot the guy for
Boy, is he strict.
Shoot the guy for chewing gum and lying. And boy, is he strict.
Now, did you watch any NBA All-Star?
Nope.
I didn't either.
Nope. I turned it on, and I got to see Macy Gray, sing the national anthem only with a guitarist. Did you see that?
I purposely went and found it, knowing that it almost caused LeBron to break out in giggles.
Yes.
Listening to her, and it was an odd rendition.
It was an odd rendition, but her voice is. I used to love her voice. She doesn't. It's not as strong as
We
it
used to have
be.
her as Bump, and I always thought she sounded like a girl who had been hit in the throat with a softball.
Well, now she's. She had a hard time hitting the high notes yesterday, but it was fun. It was fun. I thought that was okay. But then I just, you know what? There's a show on I don't know if it's Amazon or Netflix, Young Wallander. Mm-hmm. So we watched 3 episodes of that instead. Wallander is that character that the Mankel, I think, wrote about him, didn't he? Wallander.
He's the Scandinavian detective.
Yes, and there's now they've really redone the whatchamacallit. Branagh played him on PBS, the Wallander series, which was great. And now they got the Young Wallander version. It's pretty good. They solved some crime in 6 episodes.
Are you a Mrs. Maisel fan?
Yes, but so far disappointed. I watched the first 2.
Oh, for real?
I didn't like.
We
them
haven't
that
started
well.
it yet.
I didn't like them.
And
that
Joe,
well.
you didn't give it a shot.
Oh man.
Oh, you're
Joe.
missing out.
Is that the comedian woman?
Yes. Yeah.
Kevin Pollak
Yeah.
and Tony.
The Greek-looking guy, whatever.
The guy that was in the Big Night movie with Stanley Tucci. What's his name?
I'm looking it up
The
right
fathers-in-law are
now. Oh,
hilarious.
they're delicious.
Especially Kevin Pollak.
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah,
Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub. Yeah.
Shalhoub?
The fathers-in-law are worth it. And I think it has gotten, the first 2 shows were brilliant when she was younger, and they'd go to the Catskills in the summer as the entire family. Now it's becoming more adult, and it's not quite as good. I didn't like the first 2
you're
were
setting
a
me
little.
up your primetime preview.
I mean, it'll be fine, but the first 2 were not as good as they used to be.
Why
I don't like Susie taking that big a part. I don't think she's that funny.
She has her moments, but she's not as...
She's not that funny. She's not as funny as Kevin Pollak and Kevin Pollak's
Kevin's
wife.
great.
Kevin Pollak has got money. Mm-hmm. He runs a garment factory. He
makes a good living.
He's her father-in-law. And he's got a wife that will drive anybody crazy. Mm-hmm. And he just puts up with her. And it's very Jewish, but it's supposed to be Joan, kind of played off Joan Rivers, right?
Yes.
Isn't that the idea?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Kind of the first groundbreaking women's comic.
I have another sports question.
Yes.
Why are the Canadians not allowing full attendance at hockey games?
Don't know. They started in the West. Vancouver's letting half in.
Well, last night that's all Edmonton had was half.
Half. I think it's still half.
It's half everywhere in Canada. What's the deal?
It was 0 until 2 weeks ago.
They do have their problems up there, don't they?
Mm-hmm. I'd say so.
Now they're at Ottawa. The boys are going to be in Ottawa.
We got rid of the trucks, though, right?
Yeah.
We got them out of there. We towed them away. You know what they should have done with those trucks? Taken them out in the countryside and blew them up.
Well, my sympathies were with the truckers.
Not to the point you ruin a town. Not to the point you go out of your way to ruin a town. I say you got to. Here's my
Blow
plan.
up the trucks.
Here's my plan.
We have a different opinion on
You
this.
got a lot of, or there's ice too, right?
Yeah.
Throw them in the drink.
You could drive them out on a lake,
Yeah, and just let
and
them
then
go.
when spring comes,
See which one goes down first.
yeah, could have a little.
Guess the date.
Have a little gamble on
Guess
that.
the date.
Yes.
Well, if the truckers had just, looted and burned down police precincts, we probably would have been okay with it.
That would have been peaceful.
Right.
They
That would
don't
have been
do that.
mostly
You
peaceful
haven't done much
protests.
of that in Canada. I mean,
True.
This is a
True,
little
they were
different thing.
entirely peaceful.
Well, not really. They're not letting people get around town.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Trudeau saved them. They're done now.
the hell with them.
Yeah.
You know, come
Well,
on.
No.
They got sick waiting on the line. I suppose that was it. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what they should have done? They should have driven over to War Road and came in on that route there, man. That was.
You just drove it, didn't you?
I talked to a guy there. He said he's bored as tears. Nobody's ever coming through because Canada had the shutdown. Nobody was coming through. Nobody was coming through. He's one of the guys on the founders of the skating trail there because he's got a lot of free time. He's not.
You know what I saw today coming in here?
What?
The Zamboni at Groveland, out on the ice. They have a Zamboni.
Yeah, Ray
At
and
the park.
Right there at Groveland.
You're skating outdoors. You're not supposed to have a Zamboni. No. You're supposed
Groveland
to
Booster
go out there
Club.
and
They
shovel
got it.
them.
It's
Way to
cool.
go.
Does that thing sit in that garage all summer?
Yes. They have a special agreement with the city.
Yeah.
And the guys that run the Groveland Booster Club, which they're always looking for donations, by the way, people.
Yeah.
The city said, hey,
Joe,
we'll
step up.
The city said, come on, we'll do this. And they went, no, we want to do this on our own. Leave us
Beautiful
to do
sheets of ice.
It's so much fun for kids.
How many rinks they have there?
2 complete hockey rinks, and then a lot of areas where you can just skate outside the hockey rink.
It's like
I
a
do
big
keep
roundabout.
moving back from the microphone.
You do.
Yeah, why do I do that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I have a piping hot sports take. My Mavericks are going to win it all this year.
Well, we've
My
had that
Mavs are
before,
hockey
but I
Mavericks.
was going to ask you that question. How does it? Can you believe? I have a hard time putting my arms around this.
Mm-hmm.
That Mankato in hockey is almost too good. They've won 9 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Their coach goes to China for no damn reason. They don't, they don't need him.
He was back though this weekend.
He came back this
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah. Well, they lost,
Right.
and so he got back. I thought he was going to miss the Bemidji series. Maybe not. Maybe he thought he was always going to come back. But Bemidji's the second best team in the league, and they beat him 5-1, 5-1.
Both nights, yep.
And boy, they're
Well, I was going to initially go.
They got the best team he ever had was 2 years ago when they didn't have a tournament.
Right.
That
Yeah.
team was loaded. They had like
Well, they even had a chance, I thought, last year because they were better than St. Cloud. St. Cloud outplayed them in that game.
they just ate the Gophers' lunch
Mm-hmm.
in the regional final.
Because I was going to go, because we did the golf show Friday, so I initially was going to go to the Friday night game, couldn't find a ticket. Not even StubHub, nothing was available. And there were 2 available on 2 singles on Saturday night, and I said, I got to go to the last. Because it was the
Really?
last, both nights were sold out.
How was Mettler's?
Well, honestly, I usually would have gone to somewhere on Front Street and grabbed a burger and a beer, but I was so late getting down there, I didn't get down to Mankato till about 6:15 because the game was started at 6 o'clock.
Wow.
But boy, the arena was jumping Saturday night,
That
man.
must be turned into one hell of a little hockey town.
It's a great
it
spot
is.
to watch a game.
Yeah.
It really is.
Their high school teams are still
East is
just
good.
okay, but,
West is okay, but East is good. Mankato
Yeah.
East is really good this year.
But they're they love it, and I think we're going to see a change here within a couple of years. You're going to have Bemidji and Mankato go into the NCHC and have those 2 teams out west, Western Michigan and Miami, Ohio, go into the league that St. Thomas is in.
Okay.
I don't think St. Thomas will get into the NCHC.
I don't think they'd want to right now.
The story I got to try to do here is,
What
I
are they
don't know
going
if
to
I'm
do to
gonna
get the
find-
stadium and the arena?
how about, hey, Town and Country, did you see it? See the number?
Yeah.
You don't have anything to do with it. I know
No,
that.
you got
we
no
know that.
interest.
You're just an
Nothing.
observer.
Sure, outside.
So the rumor was they were gonna, like a year ago, offered $25 million or something. $64.1 million for that property.
You know what I have to say about that?
What?
If that's their first offer, I hope the board's smart enough to go back and say, let's talk at 150.
And well, I don't think it's
How
their
do you
first.
sell a
It might
nonprofit?
be their first official.
You can't sell a nonprofit. How do you do that? You can't sell a nonprofit for profit.
You know what
It's
you
against
can do?
the law.
Take the 64 and go buy Minnetonka.
No.
Right, let's start buying up these courses.
And then you can turn that into a lake development. It'll be great. Condos there.
Joe's worried about where are the kids going to sled in the winter.
That's true.
Where are they going to sled in the winter?
Now the hot rumor was that they were going to get a hunk of land over there at the old Ford plant over on the
far
over
side.
on the side.
Yeah.
But obviously, convenience sake, you'd a hell of a lot rather be at Town and Country.
I just don't see that it can be done, to tell you the truth,
legally.
legally.
You know, it would be a nice.
That's what I'm hoping to be
Well,
discovered.
if you're offering $64 million, the Catholics got to have some pretty good lawyers telling them that they can do it, right?
Well, who knows?
The TNC might have some pretty good lawyers to say why you can't do it, too.
Yeah, well, yes, but the board would.
I've been on the phone with them all weekend.
Is there
As a concerned citizen.
Right, as a concerned citizen of St.
As
Paul.
a Pioneer Press columnist,
Right.
do you feel that there's a sentiment that says, wow, you know what they could do?
No, I don't sense that.
They could buy the golf course and
I got
let
news for you.
let you keep the clubhouse to have dinner and stuff. That would
Right,
be great, you know?
Well, I got news for you.
What?
You can't do this. I mean, somebody's going to have to prove to me legally in an accounting how you can do this.
This is the first time I've ever heard you got some lawyer buddy telling you about this because you have no idea.
No, I don't.
Yes.
But I went to the Google. It
Okay.
literally said, can a nonprofit be sold? And the answer is no. There's a Minnesota statute that prevents it.
So
Who would get the money?
yeah, well that is a question.
I bet Joe probably knows a guy that
Is it-
belongs there, and he goes and eats with him every once in a
Is
while.
that land too valuable, however, to be used for a racist sport such as golf? That's what I want to know.
See, you just, that's how we get the ball rolling. Now it's sold now.
No,
It's
it'll
sold.
be given away.
See, yeah, we're giving it away.
Yes, that's
You know
right.
what else? You know what else? It's a bird sanctuary. A
Yeah.
licensed bird. What about the birds?
Yes, I know.
It's a
I'm very
bird
worried about
haven.
the word.
Birds hospital or something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you know what? Somebody texted me the documents. You
Why
know?
didn't these morons at St. Thomas think of this before they went into a D-level Division I's program?
Yes, you're true. You're true here. Here's my story that I want to do, but I don't know if I have time.
Okay.
But
You mean in life or just this
no,
week?
on St. Thomas.
Oh.
Sometime it'll have to be next week because I got too much stuff this week. But St. Thomas, last year Johnny Tower thought that he could have won the national championship with the D3 nucleus he had, right? And then they didn't have a tournament. The same kids are now playing, right? And probably, they certainly would have won the MIAC and probably been to the final 8 anyway.
Right.
They've lost 12 in a row. They stink in the Summit League, okay? The women's team, very powerful too. They're terrible. The hockey is always like fighting for the title, fighting for the national tournament. They're 3-25 or something like that. Women's hockey, I don't know how they've been in women's hockey. I don't think
they've had a good year, but they're
the MIAC women's hockey, Hamlin, Augsburg, all those schools are probably better, but they stink too. Because in the WCH, I just wonder how it is because they're basically playing the same athletes as they had. Tower was supposed to get 3 transfers, and none of them, they all.
Are you suggesting that D1 was a mistake?
No, I'm suggesting that if you're going to do it, get ready to do it. They don't have any. They haven't paid for the scholarships yet. They're not. There's hockey. They have some. The football, they don't have them. But basketball, I don't think they have anybody on scholarship yet. You can't play D1 basketball with the same kids you played D3 with, and they played pretty well early in the year. But now reality has set in, and they've lost 12 in a row.
You know what they need, and Rook can help. They need an inspiration. They need the double pump layup.
Let's just start marketing that as come to
But I mean,
UST and the double pump is yours.
I'm sure you were, when you were a basketball player, it was a thrill to go out east and play in New York.
Oh,
and,
sure.
Play
Yes.
against Fordham and all these. But getting on a bus and going to North Dakota State and getting your ass kicked twice every week, that can't be fun.
Will you please
anymore.
explain to me why St. Thomas can't play football at Allianz Field?
I don't think they because it's grass. They play in grass, right?
Yeah,
Don't they play?
I think
They
so.
don't want them
No,
tearing it.
that's fake grass.
Is it?
Allianz?
Oh, is
I
it?
think so.
No, it's not.
No, I think it's real grass,
I think
Joe.
it's real grass.
I'll look it
Well,
up.
you know,
I'll
for
look it up.
$64 million, you could resod it a lot of times.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this isn't for football. They're not good. They're going to stay where they are in football. But they have visions, I'm told this, of the Big East.
You are kidding me.
Big East basketball that in this market 5-6 years from now.
So
You
they
got
want the
Marquette
land for a basketball building?
hockey arena,
Multi-purpose?
but could also be used for basketball. Yeah, because that basketball arena they have now is a Division III arena.
Bleep them.
You know, it's your alma mater. Your alma mater should all.
To which I will send
It should
back
all
my
be-
degree.
Your alma mater should always be more important to you than some of your friends playing golf and,
No.
in a
Yes.
convenient location.
It's not more important.
So why not then build an arena, a multi-purpose arena, on the site of the existing football stadium? Play football somewhere else for right now.
Where are you going to play?
But what? Well,
Central.
TCF
let's
Bank.
let's go back to Griffin Stadium and have Rook be the play-by-play guy.
Your attention, please. The referees have decided they're going to Chili's for lunch after the game. Whenever they would,
What
get
one
together.
got you fired?
At halftime activities today, the referees will be doing tumbling exercises at midfield. I had one guy just look up to the booth and go, nope. That was the head ref.
And then you were done.
And then it was, we're not going to have you back next Saturday.
And that was when they were still NAIA. They weren't even D2 then yet, were they?
No, they were. No, they were not yet. They were still pretty low in the.
TC was the coach, though, right?
TC
Or was he
was
gone by then?
was it Rebelke there? Rebelke, I think, was the. I think. Who was the O'Brien? O'Brien was the athletic director there.
Okay, Dan O'Brien.
Dan O'Brien and
Been the athletic director and Coach Fusion. He's at the
yes,
academy now, right?
and he did ask me, hey, let's and that's Mal's son-in-law, and I've known Mal forever. He's like, yeah, let's cut no more of these jokes. I said, nah, I'm not going to do it that. What fun is it me going, it's 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line?
Too bad you weren't there when TC lost the championship on the end zone interception by the kid from Mount Scenario who had one arm.
Do you know? Do you know that's one of the? Go ahead.
That is the highlight of my relationship with TC being able to mention the one-armed interception every once in a while. You know?
And I've stolen a piece from you there because every time I see him, I say, remember when Royce always talks about the one-handed guy that he just and the air goes on, his head just goes down, and
they're marching for the winning touchdown. And
Can we give some time to the elephant in the room?
what?
Baseball.
Oh,
My God, they're killing themselves.
yeah, they're already dead, and they're
This is amazing.
Yeah,
They're gonna POA spring training
We're meeting today again, right?
in
This time
Jupiter, Florida.
we're gonna sit there at the stadium,
At the stadium.
and we're gonna sit there until we get mad at each
we're
other
gonna
in
stare
3
at each
days,
other,
and then we're gonna leave. So
I
don't know
this.
who to blame though. I Manfred. Okay, it's stupid, but the players need some realism too.
But
here.
here's what I was going to suggest. Is this a lot with Boris, thinking that the money's still there and convincing the players? Because I think that's a big
Boris
chunk
has
of this
got
too.
a lot of influence with him
Yes.
now, right?
Right.
You know who the brain trust is? Tony Clark,
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla, and Dave Winfield are his main advisors. So I don't know. Bobby, I suppose we pick Bobby because he's still getting paid.
He's still getting paid by the Mets.
20 years after he's done playing. Why Winnie's in on it, I have no idea. So,
Okay.
but I mean, they got lawyers and they got Boris and stuff, but the guys that he consults with most regularly are Winfield and Bonilla, who are in on all the meetings and stuff, I think.
Wow.
So.
Isn't there supposed to be a game this week? First game
Yeah,
this
we
week?
were supposed to play the Gophers on Friday,
Friday, right, yeah.
First
This coming
exhibition.
Friday.
Yeah. I know.
And there's
it's a
nobody
shame.
there because they're not allowed to be there, correct? There's nobody at spring training.
Yes, but when the minor league camps open,
They can be there.
if you're not on the 40-man roster, you can be there.
Okay.
But only when minor league camps open. And they wanted them, the cities down there wanted the major leagues to move up the minor league camps, but they refused to do it. So.
Well, for what? I just don't understand for what purpose that is.
Money.
What?
It's money. The players think that they're still going to be getting these massive contracts, and
Well, they
the
want to do
owners.
something about the 32-year-old guy who used to get a big contract. Now you got the guys with all the numbers saying, "Nah, we're not paying."
How much of this is
32-year-old guys
how
anymore."
much of this arguing is a result of what was lost during the pandemic, or was this coming regardless if we had?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you really think that ESPN and Fox and TBS are going to come with the hundreds of millions again with the
No.
way the
No.
ratings, the
No.
way the ratings are baseball now, or they're awful?
Well, look at this market alone. Last summer, half of the people here couldn't even get the Twins if they wanted because they were only offered on DirecTV.
and they were the lucky ones.
right, yeah, right.
I don't know.
It's just a shame to see them do
Yeah,
this
it
to
is.
themselves.
It is. But you can't come back without addressing the problems of the game too. You got to do something where the fourth pitcher of the inning starts walking in, and you're going, "Stop! You can't come in. You can't get sent back. If you get called up to the big leagues, you can't go back for 10 days unless you come up with some phony injury that is diagnosed by some medical person. You
An
got
unbiased medical person.
you got to keep from all these roster moves. You can't have endless pitchers. 66 pitchers in 6 games in the World Series. I want to scream.
The best was, I don't remember which Twins pitcher suffered the injury, but Joe, when you guys were doing sports talk, Joe had said, "I didn't know I had one of those." It was something like thoracic outlet. And Joe
Thoracic outlet is big.
I didn't know I had a thoracic, he says.
Just a minute, I'm looking something up.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for telling us.
Makes me have to go to the calculator.
You're doing the
Hey,
math
I got to
now.
ask you another airline question.
Go.
Everything.
That's 11 pitchers per game in the World Series.
Yes.
Wait, whoa. You needed a calculator for that?
Yep.
Okay.
How's the airline business booming?
It's booming. March is supposed to be the big send-off. It's already started in February. Loads are full, and people are going.
want to get the
people
hell
are
out
going.
of here. Yep, I agree.
People are going.
There have been moments when I had second thoughts about unloading the estate, but what the hell? My theory is I could be watching Netflix here and not have to pay that much a month to do it. So, that's
Yeah, I think it's going to work out for you. I think it's working out for you.
Not working out great.
Can't even go to the bank today, can we?
No,
Oh, it's President's Day.
Closed.
Day.
President's
Closed.
Now, what is
Is
President's
the credit union open?
Does President's Day now always land on a Monday? Even
I
if it's
think so.
Yes.
I think
even
so.
if, what
President's
day
Day is
the
always on a
third-
Monday.
And another day off school.
Lincoln's birthday was February 12th.
And then George was 22nd.
I didn't even look up George today.
Tomorrow's 2/2/2/2.
That's right.
Yes. Yes, very frightening.
Mean anything?
Nope.
I heard somebody.
That's kind of cool.
It's
February 22nd. Tomorrow is the anniversary, 1732. How old would he be today?
Be fairly old, man.
1732. Yeah,
That would be old.
It really be.
He'd be
something.
walking slow, wouldn't he?
It'd really be something.
Those wooden teeth would be
It'd really
worn
be
out.
something.
Yeah.
As I always say, though, when I told it before about when we were at the wedding at the Ordway's place out there, and somebody said, "Boy, this is a nice location," and I said, "Yeah, when you buy it from the Native Americans, you get a good land here." I said, You know who else had a nice location? George Washington on the Potomac.
We've been
He
to his
had a
place.
nice
You and I have been to his place.
Spot there on
Yeah.
the Potomac. You didn't have to outbid the neighbors back then.
Was this on one of your sightseeing excursions?
Yep.
You guys
Yes.
saw it?
Yep.
What were you covering?
Might have been the same day we went to the CIA.
Went to the CIA and got turned away.
in emphatic fashion.
Why don't you two head out of here?
I think there was some technology recording our license plates then. Too.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we thought we were gonna. What they were gonna just say? Come on in and.
Let's go see the
Who was
CIA.
running the show then? That wasn't W, was it?
Might have been
W.
Might have been HW.
HW.
Might
the
have
old
been.
man, not
Yeah,
W.
yeah.
HW. Might have been the old man running it. You know.
Been all over them places.
Yes.
I was over there, basically.
Yes.
Basically.
A lot of places.
All right. Thanks, you.
All right.
And we actually talked a lot of sports today. You got your money's worth, people.
Mm-hmm.
What are you paying for this?
Well, I'll sit here and continue to talk baseball if we can solve it for them.
I can't.
We're not going to solve it.
We can't solve it for them.
I think it's a
As
shame.
I say, football cannot be ruined by analytics because it's an 11-man game. You know, you still got to block Aaron Donald, right?
Right.
Baseball, if you screw up the pitcher and you screw up the hitter, that's all you got to. That's all you got to influence. If the hitter won't swing the bat and the pitcher won't throw strikes, that's it. It's a one-on-one game. You screwed it up. You don't have to screw up every part of it. You only got to screw up.
And I think the wake-up call baseball needs is nobody cares.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Seriously.
I think
We do.
today,
The four of us do,
I
but-
think today's Star Tribune print edition on their national scene items had 2 graphs that conversations will begin again today or something. Yes. Yep.
No.
It's in trouble.
Here, I'll tell you right now.
You going to tell us? You looking it up?
It's got the paper right there in front of him.
Isn't it down there in the bottom?
One
paragraph.
small paragraph. Major League Baseball's negotiations to salvage opening day resume in a new venue Monday, Roger Dean Stadium in Jupiter, Florida.
That's it. No, yeah, that's not like it used to be.
Until
That's for
now,
sure.
all talks during the lockout have been in New York at the offices of MLB and the Players Association. That's your baseball news
That's
today.
our baseball
right there,
coverage
right there.
from today.
On the page of standings in the grid.
Ladies and how about one thing we got to mention her before the day's over. My Laka Moore for the New Zealand women's soccer team. They played the U.S. in the She Believes Cup.
Okay.
The same thing that was here, right?
Okay.
They played in L.A. yesterday against New Zealand, and we beat them 5-0. And this defender from New Zealand scored the first 3 goals for the U.S. She had 3 own goals in the first 36 minutes. Wow. And I claim a world record for anyone older than 10 in a soccer game played by anyone. There's been a few kids that kicked it in the goal when they were 7 or 8.
Is she going to be allowed back in the country?
They finally benched her after 40 minutes, and the coach and I said they should named it to change it to the "You Won't Believe This" Cup. 3 own goals.
That's hard to do.
The 5th minute, the 6th minute, and the 36th minute. Pretty funny.
Wow.
Turkey of the Year candidate right
Oh,
there.
boy. Early
This is
season.
That'd shake him up for bullying. I'd be accused of
Bullying.
Yes.
Just like Schifrin.
Yep.
Bullying. She tells us to come over, turn on the TVs and watch this glory. She does nothing, and we're supposed to ignore it because she failed, right? Mm-hmm. All right. That's it.
See you later.
We're not going to go to the bank.
I'm
I'm not
to
going
go
to the bank.
No, if I knew you'd lying if you're going to the bank.
EcoFun has e-bikes in stock. And why is that important? Because every other bike retailer is out of stock and will not be getting new e-bikes until December or January. You can't even get one for Christmas from them. The weather is warming up, so if you are in the market for an e-bike, scooter, or ATV, go to EcoFun right now. EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake. Talk with Tim Bloom, the owner of EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake. Tim and his family will help you select the e-bike that is right for you, and they will deliver it to your front door in the metro area. Right now, EcoFun has Bentelli e-bikes and Yamaha Motor Assist bikes in stock. EcoFund also carries the full line of Yamaha scooters, motorcycles, and a wide variety of Yamaha ATVs, including ATVs for kids. Check out EcoFund Motorsports in Forest Lake and online at ecofundmotorsports.com and tell Tim that old bicycler Patrick Racy sent you.
It's Reavers here for Josh Arnold. Mr. Money Talk is what he's called around these parts. Josh has been an investment consultant since 1978. This extensive career has given him the experience needed to manage your money in both up and down markets. Josh provides independent, personalized investment planning to individuals and small businesses, including retirement plans. Josh has been doing this for quite some time, and the thing that separates him from the rest is he will always give you straight talk and never sugar-coated advice. When you invest for yourself or for your small business with Josh, you get the same straight talk that you would expect from Mr. Money Talk. You also get an investment consultant who will work proactively with you to create a strategy that fits your goals. You can also hear him at the end of Garage Logic every Tuesday and Thursday with a full report. Give him a call today for that free 48-minute financial consultation at 952-925-5608. That number once again is 952-925-5608. Or for more information, just visit his website, josharnoldinvestmentconsultant.com.